So, was gonna do a different video today with J Beard Stereo. I was gonna help him out with the Wrestling Wednesday, but a picture dropped, and I told him to go the fuck home. Because we got our first look at Rita Repulsa today. I'm the JJ, sorry, it's not. This is just the weirdest. Fuck the intro. I'm gonna rant for like 15 to 20 minutes on the new picture of Rita Repulsa. Surprise! Well, you know what you're getting in for. I'm a fucking YouTuber. In case you couldn't tell, I'm a big fan of Power Rangers. I grew up with it. I ran around the house. Power Rangers! I probably still have that on VHS somewhere. I loved it. I grew up loving it, and sad part is I never got out of it. I still like Power Rangers. Not for the same reasons, obviously, thank God. But I realize how fun and cheesy and ridiculous it actually is, and I kind of still enjoy it. Not when it was owned by Disney, put that aside. Basically, I want to talk about this because I think it was People Magazine or Entertainment or one of the big dropped a cast photo of Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. Let's see if I could get a picture of it without being sued. Here it is! But regardless, the point is, I don't know what to think about this, because if you're a fan of Power Rangers, let's get the obvious out of the way, this is not Rita Repulsa. It does not look anything like her. It is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Ridiculous is the operative word there, the key word, because Rita looked fucking ridiculous in the original Power Rangers. Is there a picture of her on here somewhere? I'm genuinely surprised since she actually created the Green Ranger, but whatever. It's not that big of a change. Like, I mean, it is. It's visually not the same thing at all. But they're both fucking ridiculous. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade here. Rita's ridiculous. Not to mention the idea of this in general, of finding Rita Repulsa. After 10,000 years, I'm free! Time to climb out of a space dumpster! Like, let's be honest here. That idea is fucking insane. The look with the conical bra, the Madonna, and the fucking Jushin Thunder Liger head? No, it's ridiculous. It's also impractical and it wouldn't work in today's movies. If you saw that as a prop, we would be like, no. Other hand, that's what we've come to know the Power Rangers for. So, this is weird. I don't know how to take this. The picture itself doesn't reveal much about the character. It doesn't reveal much about how they're going to handle it, so you can't get mad at that aspect yet. It still very well could be, Rita! But we don't know. Are we going to get Goldar? I just realized, can we please get confirmation of Goldar? I don't think we did. I'm going to Google that and make sure. Yes, right now. But while I'm doing this, I'm just going to continue to bitch. Okay, you went from Rita, who looked very shape-heavy, to a very sleek design, and that's something I personally dislike about the new costume. You look very snake-like. Apparently there's rumors. Did I just read Michael Fassbender was rumored to play fucking Gold? Get the fuck out of here. Here's the thing. The main point is she's very ridiculously set in a specific color scheme, one that correlates what the plot of the movie could potentially be about. That I find interesting. She's very clearly wearing green and gold. She's making Tommy in this movie, guys. The point I have to make here is, does it look different? Yes. Does it make me excited? No. Does it fit the character? Kind of. Is it the character we love? No. This is weird. This is a weird one. I normally have an opinion one way or the other on these, and on this one, I'm bouncing back and forth. I think I said it before. If I didn't, I'm going to say it right now. This new costume looks stupid. It looks really bad. As I mentioned before, so did the other one. I do hope that if they went through the trouble to have her have this whole design, this very sleek and usable design, I hope they actually have her do stuff in it. I know that flies in the face of Rita, since she always would just have the people make it and send it out, but, I mean, honestly, if you're gonna have her not have all that extra stuff, have her do something. Yeah, I definitely think she's gonna be making Tommy, or the Green Ranger, since that was a major storyline, and I definitely think that maybe that whole color scheme is a hint at something. It might be, it might not be. I might be reading too much into things. There's just things about this that they do kind of make me excited. Elizabeth Banks' face looks awesome. Like the scowl that she has on, I thought that was very Rita Repulsa. The gold little bits that come up, very Rita Repulsa. The snake that you skinned and just slipped on like a mermaid tail, that's not Rita Repulsa. I can't be the only one who's in both camps of, I could see this working, I don't want it, but I could see it working. It does kind of fit with her bitchy attitude. And I'm curious, is this all going to lead into Zed? We're not going to get Zed at all, are we? I don't think so. I want to know who else is in this. It's the most, like, tight-lipped movie, and it's one that we fucking wouldn't care if it was spoiled. There's some quotes in here I want to go over, too. The exact quote is, "It's definitely a modern and edgy reimagining of the original Rita Repulsa. We wanted to give her a backstory that connects her to the new Rangers." Now, that idea, in essence, is great. Great. But, this is a huge but, that doesn't come across in a picture. So when you say that with a picture that looks like crap, crap is all we have to go by. She said what she's most looking forward to is obviously first, world domination. I've never played a villain before, let alone an alien warrior. See, like, her attitude there is good. I like that. This was all from Entertainment Weekly, by the way. If you don't check out their article, then you're crazy, because they have the original source, and always check out the source. What are you doing? And yeah, honestly, oh boy. Let's just add this to the pot. I hope that this movie does great. Because then I can get the Time Force movie I was cheated out of. Fuck you, Turbo. Thanks. I have a love for all these types of series, and I really like how they play out. I'm a little scared with what I'm hearing so far that they're kind of sending it into the, hey, let's make this a modern gritty reboot. Similar to that whole fan film that was out a little while ago, which I loved that fan film. That was inherently not Power Rangers, though. Like, inherently not Power Rangers. I think James Vanderbeek was in that. The Beak! Maybe it wasn't the smartest decision to release that picture this early. Maybe you should have waited for a cast shot, or maybe gave a little more detail in those details that you dropped to Entertainment Weekly. I think I'm working myself over to the negative region in this one. But no, I hope if they do go with the Green Ranger story arc, they go with the more Budai from Sentai, where it's, after the candle dissipates, he dies, not loses his power. As far as I remember, I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be like a more teenager adult reboot rather than for the kids, which is most likely going to sell a lot better since most of those people grew up and are now 23 and actually still love the idea of Power Rangers, if not the idea of a reboot to make it more for them. I think that's great. I just think that this picture shows you have to be very careful with what you adapt in that, because this isn't going to go over well. It's not going over well as far as I know, but it's not going to go over well in the movie either, because when you see all the stuff that correlates to what we know, unless the suits are completely different, unless the Ranger suits just don't look anything like the original suits, there's going to be a point where we're like, those are the Rangers, this is that, who the fuck is that? That's not Rita. If she does the voice, maybe it'll make up for it. No, it won't. Don't try to do the voice. If you're really adapting it, adapt it, but make it similar to the ideals and make it similar to what the character was. All I really have on this, to be honest. I just hope it winds up working out. I hope this becomes a franchise. Arguably, it's on the right tracks to, provided it doesn't derail itself. In no way, shape, or form should this be indicative of what the movie is. All the Ranger suits have this one similarity between them. They all look, oh, that's a Ranger suit. That's a Ranger suit. Whether it be from Alien, Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Time Force, Samurai, no matter what you're taking a Ranger from, if you see a Ranger suit, you know that's a Ranger suit. You unfortunately don't get that with villains. So, in all fairness, I feel like until we see the Ranger suits, until we see the characters that are the series, Rita's not the series. In fact, you could take Rita out and have Zed be the villain. You could take Zed out and have Goldar be the first villain if this is going to be a franchise. You can have, you know what I mean? It's very interchangeable in that aspect. The Rangers are the meat here. So if you have the Rangers looking the same way, if it's an adaptation in the same aspect with them, and they look completely different, and they all become these weird snake jewelry-wearing weirdos, fine. Fine, then definitely let's burn this movie to the ground verbally, absolutely. I guess this is clearly going to be a much shorter video than you're supposed to get. But it's just a verbal vomiting of my ideas on what I just saw, and maybe we'll do this again if you guys like it. If not, whatever, we'll stick to our old format. But I wasn't going to get a video. Don't think that this is taking the spot of Wrestling Wednesday, because I just wasn't getting that done regardless today, to be honest with you. And yeah, I'm just going to take that time to hop out of here, and I appreciate you listening to my verbal diarrhea. Sorry I couldn't get you J-Beard Stereo this week. He's definitely not happy. And, yeah, I'll see you next week. I've been the JJ, and, yeah, that's pretty much it. I was always personally a Rito guy. Can we get a Rito? I'd love a Rito. Played by Johnny Knoxville. I'm totally kidding. Please don't do that.